How's everybody doing today? Today we're going to be going over a beloved franchise from a beloved horror actor named James Wan, and that franchise is Insidious. Now, I don't do well with these types of films. These are some of the only films that actually give me a fright. They scare me. They scare the hell out of me. And when I'm by myself, of course, who doesn't get scared of this type of film when they're by themselves? Moving on. There are only 4 films in this franchise, so this should be really quick. And at number 4 is Insidious Chapter 3. This movie is not a bad film. This one has some really interesting scenes that when they get into the actual the further in the realm of the dead, there's actually really interesting scenes. What's really awesome about these films is the way that the lighting is done, where when the spirits are in certain positions, the way that they have the camera set up and the way the lighting is, it almost makes their limbs feel elongated and unnatural. And it's this film. What was really cool also is they're in this old apartment building, and some of the hallways and the way that some of the shots are done is just really freaky and really cool. This is the least scary, I think. Well, this one scared me the least, yeah, out of all of them. And but it still scared the heck out of me. I don't do well with supernatural movies, man. But I did really enjoy this film. And coming in at number 3 is Insidious Chapter 2. This one, the reason why it is not at number 2 is because it's the only one that can't stand on its own. It is a direct sequel to the first film, and even though it has really interesting parts to it, I love the spirit villain, the woman, just the way that her makeup is done, the way that she looks, when she's always smiling, and all of that is just really fun and interesting and terrifying. I love this film as well. I can only do so much supernatural stuff, but yes, the acting in these films is so good. This has the first and second film have, the overall best cast. Now, the best character, and I hope everybody agrees with me, is the helpers that the medium has, the tall guy, that guy, the tall guy that thinks that his tech is just awesome. That guy, I love him. And coming in at number 2 is Insidious Last Key. And this film, I thought that the demonic presence that's in this film looked so cool. I love the concept of this demon with its key fingers unlocking, like being able to like poke in and like turn people's like sound off where they can't scream, and also over time like creating it's like creates the Amityville type situation where it creates a serial killer, makes a serial killer out of the people that it possesses in the house, and or it chooses somebody to push in that general direction. My hair is looking funky, and that whole concept is awesome. I love the big reveal when, yes, whenever she was the main lady, when she was younger, she was still a medium, but um, one of the people that she thought was a spirit in her home, because she couldn't tell the difference between the dead and the living, was actually a living young woman, and she didn't realize that until she saw the ghost again and got that information. And that is just, it was just such a cool concept. And at the end of this film, it brings it all back into a big circle that leads into our number one film. And at number one, what else could it be? It is the original Insidious film, James Wan's brilliant masterpiece of a ghost not really possession, because nobody is actually possessed yet in this film, but he made this film excuse me, he made this film so absolutely terrifying. It was very difficult for me to sit by myself and watch this film, but I did it. I made it through, and it has some of the coolest like scenes shot in the further whenever the dad goes in and sees, you know, the people on the couch just smiling, and then like they change positions, they're in the kitchen, then he hears gunshots and goes in the other room, and then now the lady is standing over them with a gun, and it shot all of these people on the couch. Like, that whole transition of scenes is one of the coolest things that I've seen when it comes to like supernatural ghost type films. And of course, you have, you know, the helpers for the medium that are just fantastic. I love them. I love the big tall dude, especially. He is my favorite character in this franchise, and you can't tell me any different. But the way that the ghosts interact in the world in this film, how they interact with the living, is absolutely terrifying. When the one is walking outside the window while the mom is in bed, it's, I guess, either talking on a cell phone or looking at a cell phone or something, and then notices that she noticed it, and then it pops into the bedroom from outside, and is like standing by the bed. I about pooped myself. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit probably before I do another supernatural ghost series, but I am kind of working on another one here soon. But anyway, this was a really short one. If you like this, please leave a like and subscribe. If you hated this because there wasn't really a lot going on, because these are all really great films, not a lot to say about them, a lot of people know about them, and they're really good. Anyway, if you have any hate, leave your hate down in the comments. We'll work it out, man. We'll work it out. Anyway, y'all have a good night, and I'll see you later.